welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to make, let's see, a simple image processing in Python. So not just simple, but also super clear, fast and fun. So because we haven't touched, let's see, the part two, or let's say section for object-oriented programming. So in this lesson here, I will try to make a small project or mini project with no classes, no object oriented, just only a simple functions. So it's perfect for beginners, perfect also for quick prototyping, and also perfect for you if you would like to see somehow a good, fast result. So I will also write I will try to use some functions, for instance, reloading images, saving the image, also convert the image into grayscale, converting to different color spaces. We have discussed last video, and also how to split the channels, also maybe rotate, flip the images, resize, blurring, and also detect edges, and creating a directory. This also, let's say, somehow a review of the what we have already done in OpenCV with image processing with OpenCV. But here we will do, let's see, somehow a complete project. And also in this, I will try to use CLI. So what you can do is writing, run the program just with this one here, with this command here. For instance, write Python and the file, and here's are the parameters. So I will try to show you how to use parameters using ag parser. So let's go dive. So by the way, today I will use Python files with the extension .py. So usually we have done is a notebook. So in today's we will try to use Python, because this is the when you try to, let's say, write a code for production, you need to do it with the .py. So let's get started here. I will just remove this. And for now, we need to import some important features, let's say important packages, which is OpenCV2. So, and also for the directory, we need to import, oh, sorry, we need to import OS. And the most important, or let's say the new one, it's import arg, arg, argbas, argbas. So you could also write a complete functions here that we have, or the load function, convert images. Just just map it here. Just write it here in this file, or you can write it in a separated file and try to import it from this different file. So let me just in the beginning write the functions here. Once I finish, I will just cut these files and put it, cut these functions and put it in a different file, let's see, and show you how to import, let's see, some function from different files. So let's see diff. So we need now to load the image, right? Load image. And what we need here, we need image path. Image path. We only we need only the image, sorry, the image path. So the function for to reading image cv2 dot mread, the function to use to read the image is using this image path here. So in the next lesson, I will try to show you how to write. Once we finish, I will try to show you next few upcoming video how to write this in a more efficient and organized way with object-oriented programming. But before that, I will try to show you to explain what is the object-oriented, what is the advantage and disadvantage and everything. So don't worry. So now we need to add here if statement that if image is none. So if it's none, let's say we need to raise an error here. Let's see file exist error, and you can also add. let's see, we need to add this one here just to show you the image path itself. So the file and this one here, or let's see, add it here. It will be blah 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 file image path is not found. And after that we can return image. I mean, if there's image, we will return this image for further processing. And let's see, we'll start with the second function, which is save image. You need to save the image, you need the image and also the output path. Output path. Okay, so we need somehow cv.mwrite cv2, sorry, mwrite. Sometimes I'm just using importing the OpenCV as CV, for instance, CLI as CV. And this is of writing 2. But let's just keep it like this. And here you need to provide you can just go to the function if you want by clicking Control, and you can click here. You can see what are the parameters. So okay, so file name and then image, and here you can, this is the most important, let's see, parameters, image, I mean file name and image. So they start with file name, so you can see here out path and image, sorry. So for the saving images, we don't need to return anything here, right? So just keep it in mind. So let's now do some functions, which is convert to grayscale. So what is the grayscale? The grayscale is binary. It's not binary image. Sorry, it's two-dimensional matrix. Only one channel. So usually the color image, it has 3 different channels: red, gray, blue. But here grayscale, it's only contains one. So I have already covered this. You can see the color space video. So now we need to, let's see, you can also save it in a gray equal cv2 dot convert color, and here you add the image and also the type you would like to convert. Let's see, color, sorry, and where's the grayscale image? Create this one here, and you can also see return gray. But maybe for best practice, let's see, just because we don't use this grayscale only returning, we can also remove this gray and also just do it like this, return. And if the variable, let's see, is used only one time, or for example for returning, you can just return the result directly. So now let's see, we need to define def we need to convert, let's see, blue, green, red to red, green, blue. We also need the image, and also here we need also this one here. So but sorry, see, I did here a mistake. Let's color blue, green, red to grayscale. What is it? To gray. This one here. This one is strong. Now we converted the image from this to this. Now I will just use this function, and remove this and red, green, blue. So this is usually the OpenCV, the default OpenCV format is blue, green, red, and we need to convert it to red, green, blue. This is nothing to do with. I mean, this is only to show you the image conversion or color spaces. Okay, because I already in 10 minutes, I will try to pause the video and write the other functions and come back to you. So now, as you can see here, you have added the rest of the functions, and we stopped here, converting uh, blue, green, red to red, green, blue, and also vice versa, from red, green, blue to blue, green, red. And we can also try to convert this space, blue, green, red, to the another color space, which is HSV, hue, saturation, and value. And also we need to split the channels. With this simple function here, we can split the image into the component, the channels. For instance, if it's three channels, it will return three channels. If two channels, it will return two, and etc. And here we are trying to rotate the rotate the image with 45 degree, and this is also as a parameter, so we can play with this. Also, flipping the images, you can try to flip the image in the horizontal or vertical with this flip code here. With this also will be as a parameter. Also resizing the images, the image, and also we need the width and height, the new values. And here we have if you need to add blurring to the image, and also detecting edges. So this is not let's see, just because it's just used the canny algorithm, but this will be covered in the edge detection here in the upcoming videos. So you can see here corner and Harris and edge detection, edge detection. So yeah, he will be. I will try to explain also the theory behind this. Okay, and now we also need to ensure if the output, let's see, directory is already created. So now we have only the functions. So how to add this arg pass? So we can run our program with this command here. So to do so, we need to define the function me, and we also here add a parser is equal arg pass dot arg dot argument parser argument parser here. And here we need to add, let's see, description. Let's see, simple image processing with no object oriented, let's see, programming. So now we have added the title, let's say the parser. Now we need to add parameters, or let's say arguments. So before this we need parser dot add argument. And to add argument, if you see here, I have the input. So I have to add this, for instance, in a string, of course. And this is the let's say the name of the CLI command line. And for this, we add also required if it's true or false. True. What is this required? So it means some variables, let's say some arguments have a default values. But for instance, for this here, it has to be provided. So for instance, you have to write input and the image, let's see the image name. And if it's false, sometimes you have taken the default value, but for such image we didn't have let's see a default value. I will just show you, and maybe we can add it here. Default is, let's see, because I have the images here, I have image one here. So I can just use the default one. Image, let's see, image image1 dot gbig, I think gbig or png, gbig. Okay, and here you can also add a helper function, a helper text. So for instance, help, and this is for instance import image. So you can do it like this. And we need also to add the other parameters like this. So let's say we add copy, and sometimes copy paste is dangerous, but let's do it like this. For instance, require parameter, we can also remove this require parameter. This is just to show you what is the stuff we have. And let's say we need to create the default folder for the result. It has to be saved in results folder. Okay, and we also need the help. Let's see output. Let's see directory to save the results images, because everything here is images. Now we can also go to this grayscale. If it's grayscale, we can just copy this. Now before this we need to copy that, and we can also go and paste it here. And now for the grayscale, it's either true or false, right? So would you like to have it yes, yes or no? So this we can add action is equal, so we can store 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 yeah, store true, or maybe, yeah. What is this is store true? Let me just change this to converting convert image to grayscale image. So what is this grayscale? I mean, the default value will be false unless you have added in the command line, in the CLI command. For instance, you can see this is I have added grayscale image, right? And this will be call the function. We will see how to passing this. But this is, for instance, the default one is false. So it's stored true, but the default value is the default one is false. So if you write your command line without this, so this means the grayscale is false. Okay, hopefully this is clear. Okay, and let me add now the third one, which is rotate. And for this rotate, I'm trying now to show you all of the, let's see, the scenarios for the parameters. So for instance, in the rotate, we need to have let's see, a value, right? So the type has to be, type is maybe string, or I mean integer, because 30 45, or yeah, I think it should be this, or maybe you can add it as a float, but I think this one is okay. And the default, let's see, just add here default is none. I mean, if it's none, so it means there's no rotation. This is like and now here, let's see, we help function rotate the image with certain degree. Okay, now let's do the resize. We just resize, and so you can see resize it has two different values. Let's see height and width. So how to add it? Let's see in this command line. I will sorry. So the resize, and he this is somehow different from the other ones. So here I have to add. Let's see. Number of arguments is equal to, because I need here the width and height, and also the type should be, let's see, integer, and let's see, this should be removed, and the help function should be, for instance, resize resize the image into a new dimension. And to use it, for instance, you can use it as a to use it is resize, then 255 255, for instance, like this. And let me now pause the video and complete the other arguments, and I will explain it for you. Don't worry. Now you can see I have added the rest of the arguments, and it was in the last one is flip, and you can see the flip, its type is integer, because the flipping the image, it has either 0 or 1, vertical or horizontal. So here we have added choice either 0 or 1. The default is none, and here's flipping this is the help function. And for the blur, it's, as I said, the action is showing that the default parameter, the default value for this is false. It's called here store true, but it's false unless you have added in the command line. So now we have all the parameters here, right? Now we need somehow to pass these arguments. So we can see args is equal parser dot pass arguments. Now this will be as arguments, for instance, input, output, grayscale, and etc. So now how can we do this? So we can add like let's see, for instance, image. So now we need to call the first function, which is image, and we can add load image. And what is the parameters here? Image path. And what is the image path should be? We have also added here input. So we can use args, this one here, add this parameter, args dot, and now you can see input. What? Why is that? Input. So it should work with this. Let's see now. Then it should give us the variables, all variables. But this should work. I have tried to run this, and it was working. And let me just comment this out, because I will show you what. Let's explain what is this. Yeah, and before reading the images, we need also to ensure the input, ensure the output directory. The output directory, you can see args dot, it's boring. It should give us This is the output directory, and it will try to create the output directory if it's not already created. And now we need somehow the because we will do the same, I mean many operations on the same image, so we need to save the image name. So the base name of the image, base name is equal os.path dot base name of the, let's see, input image. So now this will give us the image name only with extension. So if sometimes you have a long path, for instance, for the image, let's see, let me just give this copy path. So sometimes you have this path here, and this function here or this line will return only the image base name, and ignoring all of this. So now, but we need also to remove the extension of this image. We can also use split text. So let's see here, we can add it in the same line. So os dot path dot split text, and this one will try to split the image path. Where is this image path? This path to this one here, and it will try to return list with two number, let's say two items, the first one and the second one. And for that we need also only to have the first item, which is 0. We need only this name here without the extension. So hopefully this is clear, and let's continue now. So I can see if, now I have to be here, if args dot I don't like this indeed, grayscale. If there's a parameter in a grayscale, if it's grayscale, so what we can do now, of base name and the color name. We can see if the grayscale, we can, let's see, m result is equal convert image to grayscale. We can use this function, and what are the parameters? It will be the image itself. But please keep in mind that this image, if you use it here, it might be, let's see, a change somewhere else. So what the idea is to do all of these functions or operations on the original image. So what we can do is just use dot copy. So in this case, I will be assured that the image itself, I mean the image, I will take a copy from the image and convert it to a grayscale. Okay, so this is somehow. Now let's say we need to save this image. So we can also save the image with this function, with this. Let's add it like save image, just to make it clear, right? Okay, now I can see here save image, and image is image result, and we also need the output path. How to get the output path? We can see, let's just give it for instance here you can see m path is equal os dot path dot join. We have the output directory, right, For instance, here we need to save it here, but we also need a name for this. What? No, sorry, for this here. Now we need to save. This is the directory. Join this, and we need also now to add the image name. For the image name, we can add like let's see, f as a string, and because we have also the base name here, we can say base name, then underscore grayscale, then dot, I don't know, maybe PNG. This is, I think, enough. So now bath. Okay, again, we need to convert the image to the grayscale. We have to make a copy to keep only the original image has to be no change to the original image, and we have to create a path to save the image if you would like to save, for instance, the image. And here we have used this os.path to joining the directory which is already provided here. So with the default value is result, and join this with the path. So this function, for instance, will be results then added by let's see, base image, it's image one, then like this. So this one here, os to path to join, it will add this this slash here for forward slash. Okay, so now because the time is already exceeds 30 minutes, I will try to pause and add the functions here, and I will come back to you. Okay, so we stopped here with the grayscale image. Now we have to convert the colors, and for the colors we also need to have, for instance, blue, green, red to red, green, blue. I have to also do the same. Send only the as a parameter to the copy of the image, and for the saving image we need to image result, which is this one, and also add this uh, line here as an output. So instead of add it like this, for instance, you can also add it like this, or maybe I did directly into the the full name. And we have, maybe you need also to add this argument image, and it just to make the code is more readable. So my bad, and here we add, sorry, image name, and also the channel, the path. Okay, I will also show you what is the benefit of pre-commit. So I will just show you in a moment. Hopefully I will remember before before ending the lesson. So pre-commit, it will try to reorganize and make your code consistency based on the YAML file. I have already explained this in a previous videos, so please have a look. And also here we need image and image path. So now this operations will be applied on the same image, the original image. For instance, this will apply for the original image, this one as well. So as you can see here, the input parameter, it will be the the original image. And if you would like, let's see, just for instance, you need to have to apply the this conversion here to not to the original image, but to this image result. So you can just add it here, and that's it. But let me just keep it simple as much as we can. So now we need to run this, because here you can see it's only functions importing and also this all the functions, and there's no code, let's say, to run this code. So what we have to do, so you can see this is the main, but it's only a function. To run this, we have to add this if name is uh, is equal main. So name, this variable here, underscore underscore name, is a special built variable in a Python. And when you run, let's say, a Python file directly, like what we will do here, the name will assign to main, and the main function here will be called to this, and after that it will try to call all the other functions. So let's try to run this. Hopefully this should work, but I need to copy this and back as a comment line, otherwise it will give you error. So let's do it. Processing completed, saved result in this, and let's have a look. Let me remove and do it again, just to make sure that everything is running perfect. Now you can see. So what we can see here is that because I'm using every parameter here, as you can see, I have used all the parameters, and that's why we have saved all the images, I mean the result of each function. So now it's up to you now if you would like, let's see, to not just using maybe you didn't need to resize the image. Let's me just remove these images and maybe just make a small copy, and the output and will be needed. And let's see, just we need these three stuff, or maybe only two. Yeah, it's only two, converting red, green, blue, and also split the channels of the image. So if we now run this in our file and folder, will be only one image, and because we have three channels, it will be four images. Yeah, four images. Let's try to see. So you can see here, this is the image, blue, green, red to this, to HSF, and this is the channel 1, channel 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, 2. That's it. And as I said in the beginning, this action function is false until we have write it or add it in the command line or CLI. So I think that's it for today. And let me just show you. Let's see, I need to push this into the Git. And because I'm using the pre-commit, so it will try to reorganize this code, and I will show you somehow. But by the way, you have to run this code, you have to activate the packages, the package. So what you can do is Butry shell, or if you are using Anaconda, you can use activate shell, and then you need to run this command here. For instance, write this. We just copy it here. Oh, no, it's not working. I just want to. Now, for instance, you need to have copy and just try again. You can see it's not recognized in the internal. Why is that? Okay, let me just exit, because the back is already defined here. You can just use the PowerShell. And if it's not, let's say, working, what you have to do is like this. Let me just copy this. Maybe copy. If it's not working, try to add it in one line. So let's see here, we need to replace this and add it here. So now if I run this command inside the beauty itself, it has to run. So let's try beauty shell. I also have to comment this line because it's error. So now, so you can see now the images are saved. So sometimes the multiple line, it's not that let's see, easy. Okay, so what I would like to show you is the pre-commit. So I already discussed this in the previous video. Please see the video of pre-commit config. So let me just clear this. And now let's see, I have one change file. I just need to get add for the dot. It means add all the files in the changes here. But because I have one, I can just add this dot. It's easy. You can also specify the file you would like to add in the get in the stages. So now if I see get commit then message, and I have seen here mini project with OpenCV. So now you can see before the commit, it will try to check the code quality, and if the code quality is fine, it will be a comment. It will make the commit. Otherwise, it will give you the file. Change the file to the let's say corrected way, and instead of stages, it will try to make it in as it changes. So you can see now here we have run. I have commit, and you can see back is error, and I mean flake 8 is also there's error. And now we need to go to the changes here because it will be added to the changes, and you can see, let me just see here. So now it will remove this space. This is the new version, this is the updated version here in the right, and here this is the old code. And you can see here just added here one space after the hash, and here it add also a space, also make it's like somehow organize your code and make it readable. And see how many changes it's done automatically. And for instance here columns divide by 2, it just add double space before and after. So I think this somehow make it more readable. And let's say for instance if for the add argument, the long add arguments, instead of added in one line, it has to be splitted in several lines. And I think this will be, let's see, of course, many lines will be, let's see, used for this code, but it will be more organized. And which better, just in your case, like using one command line, one line, a long line, or maybe it's passing case so you can see what is the inside this line. So I find this, let's see, helpful, and hopefully this is also for you. And you can see the save image. It's long exceed the space, the space, the limited space. So now it's just added into multiple lines. And now, if you let's see happy with these changes, what you can do, see, for instance, here you can see the stage file that I have added with the git add dot, right? And now this is the updated file. So if I'm happy with this, I can just add this, okay, git add, and this will be used instead of this. So it will be let's see override. So now you can see I have added. Now this is my final file will be pushed to the git. And let's say for instance I need to add a git commit. If there's any issue, it will complain, otherwise it will push directly. Let's see mini project with OpenCV and CLI. It will try to check the black and still not okay. Why is this? Fix my pie. What is the issue here? Hook ID. Uh-huh. Nice. Okay, it's a long character here. It's in project. Long. What is the long here? So this is, let's say, the errors. Line too long. Let's see, do it like this. And it should work. But it should be added automatically, huh? 18. Now let's do it again. We have added the file now. Git commit image. No, I mean a message. Mini project. Didn't change the file. Add it here. Now we can use this git add git commit message. This will take much time for us. Okay, mini project. Oh, still the same error. And line. Okay. That's strange, guys. I was thinking this will be added, done automatically. So add git add dot git commit message project. Make it easy. Man. Okay. Let's do this. I have added this, huh? So now let's see to the all files. Let's see. It's fine. Too long. Git add, then git commit. I mean, this sometimes takes much time for you, but it will make your code, let's see, readable. Project. Yeah. So you know what's the error now? I'm trying to fix this, but the previous one, the what is it? The black is try to fix what I'm changing now. And let's see, for instance, what is the black? You can add the flask here. Maybe adding the flask before, and we can, maybe this should work. Do it like this, and the other one is that. Okay. And this, sorry guys for this. Now I will just add, okay, git add. I mean, this is not required, let's see, to be to continue to until this section if it's not relevant, let's see, for you. And git commit message, then project, but okay, I have added the space. I don't know. So let's just comment this flask, which is remove, and I can just comment this line until I find a solution. Let's see, the flask. I'll just comment these lines, and now I have to. It should work now. Of course, it should work without this. Git add, git commit message, mini project with CLI open and CLI. So now we can see git push. So it will push this to my directory, to my git repo. Okay, guys, it's sorry for this. It's also 1 hour, and you can also skip this section. Thanks for watching, and see you time. If you like the video, please subscribe into my channel, like the video, and if you have, of course, any question, or maybe you would like to extend this project, let me know in the comment below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.